Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Anderson Athletic Center. You're looking at Tisch Leveless Court on the campus of Kalamazoo College for this afternoon's MIAA Women's Basketball regular season finale between the Trine Thunder and the Kalamazoo College Hornets. Hello, everyone again. My name is Zach Metz. Next to me, Dawson Scoopin. Dawson, it's senior day against a very, very good defensive team in Trine for Kalamazoo. What do you think they did to put some points up and get a victory?
Well, thanks for having me again, Metz. I think one of the big keys today for Kalamazoo is getting paint touches and attacking down low. If they can get into the heart of this Trine defense and get a few easy buckets like that, then I think that'll open up the offense as a whole and get a couple outside shots going, knock down some threes, and I think that they'll be right there in this game.
It is senior day. We will have the senior day ceremony coming up in a few minutes. First, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. First up for Trine, under the direction of their sixth-year head coach, Andy Rang, who has been ultra successful in his time with the Thunder, including a national runner-up just a few years ago. First up for Trine, a junior guard from Carmel, Indiana, number 4, Sierra Hines. A junior guard from Grand Rapids, Michigan, number 11, Katie Tate. A sophomore guard from Fremont, Indiana, number 13, Jada Roanhouse. A junior guard from Warsaw, Indiana, number 15, Sydney Wagner. And a sophomore forward from Warsaw, Indiana, number 34, Abby Sander. Now the starters for Kalamazoo, directed by their first-year head coach, Ryan Clark. First up, a freshman forward from Portage, Michigan, number 12, Jordan Weesaw. A junior guard from Ann Arbor, Michigan, number 15, Jackie Brines. A freshman guard from Cedar, Michigan, number 21, Ruby Hogan. A senior forward from Otsego, Michigan, number 33, Kaylin Arlington. And senior guard from East Lansing, Michigan, number 44, Sarah English. Kalamazoo enters 4-20 overall, 1-14 in MIAA play. Trine is 17-7, 11-4 in league play. Earlier today, we caught up with Kalamazoo head coach Ryan Clark, get his thoughts on this afternoon's game and what this team can do to go forward next year and have even more success in just a couple of moments. But for now, we thank you all for tuning into this afternoon's matchup between the Trine Thunder and the Kalamazoo College Hornets.
Kalamazoo head coach Ryan Clark for this afternoon's matchup against Trine. Coach, Trine always plays really, really tough defense. What do you think you guys got to do to get some points on them today? They like to do defensively. We're going to have to be aggressive. We're going to make some shots today and take some that maybe we haven't even looked at taking in the past. But pretty good defensively. You really got to know where your shots are going to come from against them. So we're going to have to get past the days. So hopefully we can take advantage of it. Senior day is always an emotional day. What do you have to say about your two seniors, Sarah and Kaylin? Yeah, I couldn't have asked for two seniors to come into a program that bought into our vision, what we're trying to build here, the culture we're trying to lay a foundation with. They've been awesome. They bought in from day one. They understand it's beyond the wins and losses this year. So they really set the tone for what our future is going to be here and how much work and effort we put in. I couldn't be proud of it. With having only two seniors, you guys are a very young team. What are some of the things that you can take away from this year to build going forward to have even more success? Yeah, I think we've played really well down the stretch, probably three of our last 4 games. So I think that momentum is lighting our pace a little bit more. And just getting good quality shots, even if they aren't going in right now. And playing with all-out effort as much as we can, as hard as we can every play. I think if we can finish that way today and carry that over to the spring and summer workouts in the next year, we're going to be that much further ahead come the start of next year. Appreciate the time as always. Good luck today. Thank you very much.
first game is a women's MIAA contest between the Thunder of Trine University and your Kalamazoo College Hornets. Today is also Senior Day for Kalamazoo College, and we want to welcome to a special afternoon as we honor the outstanding seniors of the Kalamazoo College women's basketball team. Today, amidst the cheers and applause, we pay tribute to two remarkable individuals, Kaylin Arlington and Sarah English. First up is number 33, Kaylin Arlington from Otsego, Michigan. She is being escorted by her mom and dad, Elizabeth and Chad Arlington. Kaylin is a psychology major. After graduation, she plans on getting her teaching certificate and teaching at an elementary school where she will finally have her own support classroom. Kaylin is a team captain who has started all 69 of the games she has played in so far in her career. She has had a career-high 27 points versus St. Mary's, a career-high 16 rebounds 3 times, including twice this season, and 12 double-doubles. Kaylin has recently become 9th on the top career rebounding leaderboard with 521 rebounds. When asked what she will miss most about her team, Kaylin said, "Every part of being a part of this team, especially the constant laughter and inside jokes. I'm beyond happy I was able to be part of such an amazing team for my senior season. I want to say thanks to each of them for making this season of growth so special." When asked what words of advice she would like to leave for her team, Kaylin said, "Never take a single game or practice for granted. You aren't promised anything, so take advantage of every chance you get. Cherish every win and every loss. Every day is a new day. Let mistakes go and always strive to be the best teammate you can be." Ladies and gentlemen, Kaylin Arlington. Next up, number 44, Sarah English from Lansing Catholic. Sarah's being escorted by her mom and dad, Kristen and Brian. Sarah is a history and Spanish major with a concentration in American Studies. After graduation, she plans on going to graduate school, but not yet decided where. Sarah is a team captain and started 70 of the 86 games she has played in so far in her career. She had a career high of 23 points versus Olivet earlier this year. She was added to the record books for three-pointers in the season with 48 three-pointers thus far this season. When asked what she will miss most about her team, Sarah said, "I'm going to miss everything about my team. They are such a great group of people. I'm going to miss seeing them every day. They are all so hilarious and lighthearted, and I have never left a practice or team event without something to laugh about." When asked about words of advice she'd like to leave for her team, Sarah said, "Build each other up. You need your teammates. Be the one to make sure everyone on the team knows how important they are." As we say thank to these two seniors, Coach Clark had this to say, "Kay and Sarah, we could not have asked for a better duo of seniors to lead our young team. You embraced our standards, grew as players and leaders, and set an example for how to be great teammates." Kaylin and Sarah, thank you so much for everything you have done for your team in this basketball program. Your basketball family will miss you, but we know that you have amazing futures ahead of you. Ladies and gentlemen, Kaylin Arlington and Sarah English. For Trine and guard number 4, Sierra Hines. For your Hornets at guard, 5'7" freshman from Cedar, Michigan, number 21, Ruby Hogan. For the Thunder at guard number 11, Katie Tate. For the Hornets at guard, 5'6" junior from Ann Arbor, number 15, Jackie Brine. For Trine at guard number 13, Jada Roundhouse. For the Hornets at guard, 5'8" senior from East Lansing, number 44, Sarah England. For Trine at guard number 15, Sydney Wagner. For the Hornets at forward, 6-foot freshman from Portage, Michigan, number 12, Jordan Weesaw. For the Thunder at forward, number 34, Abby Sander. And for your Hornets at forward, 6-foot senior from Otsego, number 33, Kaylin Arlington. Trine is coached by Andy Rang, assisted by Rob Huffman, Craig Taylor, and Becky Johnson. The head coach for the Hornets is Ryan Clark, assisted by Jessica Rush, Kelsey Howell, and Tyler Stewart. Special thanks to our 3 officials, Thomas Berry, Alex Briggs, and Mike Stevenson.
As Paul just mentioned, Thomas Berry, Alex Briggs, and Mike Stevenson, the officials. One more time for the 2023-24 season, the Kalamazoo College women's basketball team will take the floor. They're in orange today. They don't wear that a ton at home, but it is one of my favorite uniform combos. They got the white letters and numbers outlined in black. Trine in the navy blue with the white striping down the side. The numbers are in gold outlined in white. The letters still in that navy blue outlined in white. Here we go. Jordan Weesaw, Abby Sander to get us underway. And we are off and running. The Thunder will have it first. Their go-to star is Sydney Wagner, who's got the basketball now. Wagner, an accomplished junior from Warsaw, Indiana, gets it back, enters into Jada Roundhouse, goes left hand underneath of English, couldn't get it, got the offensive rebound, kicked it out. Katie Tate slowed down by Jackie Brines. Roundhouse now gives to Sierra Hines, and an early turnover for the Thunder. That's an area where they excel, and Trine does not turn the ball over much. They are top in the MIAA in that category, just 13 times a game.
Yeah, rare turnover right there from Trine to start the game, but good start on the defensive end for Kalamazoo.
Kaylin Arlington, a 3 on the wing, missed everything, and a rebound is to Roundhouse, and she's quickly fouled by Jordan Weesaw. Mentioned Sydney Wagner, the junior, scores at 15 points a game on 42.5% shooting from the field, a touch under 30% from 3. Gets about 6.5 boards a game and 3.5 assists a game, up near the top of the league rankings in a lot of categories. 2nd in points per game, 5th in rebounds per game, 4th in assists per game. Roundhouse has it on the wing, gives to this forward Abby Sander. Here's Wagner, enters into Roundhouse. She'll kick out to Hines. Sierra Hines, 3 is good. Sierra Hines is a 36% three-point shooter. One of the best. In fact, she is the best on the Trine roster.
Yeah, Mets, if Kalamazoo wants to stay in this game early, they got to close out on Hines and realize that she's the shooter that Trine wants to go to.
We saw trying to drive, nearly had it taken away by Hines. Now Jackie Brines over to the senior English, thinks about a 3. Goes into Kaylin Arlington. Looks like an attempt for a give and go. Now 7 to shoot. English steps back, hits a long 2. Little early full court pressure. We've seen Kalamazoo kind of go to that light full court pressure. Why do you think they do that?
Yeah, just trying to disrupt Trine a little bit, get them out of the flow of their offense to maybe help out their defense a little bit early on.
Sander drives, left hand, easy 2. 2 minutes in, 5-2 Thunder. Ruby Hogan controlling for Kalamazoo, trying to drive on Wagner. Gave it back to Brines, who tries to step through the lane. Somehow got it up. Couldn't get it to go. Contact on the rebound, and then a jump ball is going to keep this here.
Yeah, Mets, I'm not sure. It looked like she did it on purpose, but she might have grabbed that rebound and threw it behind her trying to go back to Weesaw. A tough play after getting her own offensive rebound. And both teams starting off looking pretty well on the offensive end of the court.
The board is credited to Weesaw. Hogan gets the inbound to Arlington. Brines is trying to drive, and Roanhouse shuts it down. Then they enter to Weesaw, who scores over Hines.
Yeah, I was about to say, if Weesaw is on Hines matched up all day like that, they should go down low to her all day long.
Hines listed at 5 feet 8 inches. Weesaw at 6 feet tall. Is a 4-inch disparity for those who aren't great at math.
Yeah.
Skip pass, turnover.
And just looking at the court, you can tell it's a mismatch for sure. Let's see if they go back to her on this one.
She's got Roanhouse guarding her now, but Trine's been switching a lot on the defensive end. See right there, Wagner switches on to Weesaw. And then Weesaw turns it over.
Yeah, switching everything on defense mentality, has its pros and cons, and you see both of them on those last 2 possessions, where you get a smaller guard matched up on a big and it's an easy bucket, or you get a guard on a big again and ball pressure leads to a turnover.
Hines drives right at Hogan, who blocks the shot. Now she's trying to run a little. Arlington on the wing. Gives to English, she'll step back, try a 3. That one bounces no good. Fight for the rebound is going to result in Trine possession after some bodies hit the hardwood. Wagner in the open floor stops, pulls up from the mid-range, and hits.
That's a pretty looking shot right there. Little pull-up in transition.
Brines trying to work on Katie Tate. English trying to go to Weesaw, back on Hines, and Hines in the full front forces a turnover. Wagner splits through 3, left hand. $1 million move, 10-cent finish.
Yeah, she was close on that one. Another great looking move from her.
Hogan, meanwhile, gets the $1 million finish.
I think Hogan said, "That's cool, watch this."
And then got the 2. It's 1-point game early. There's Wagner. Got Weesaw guarding her. She'll try a 3. Runs off no good. Long rebound to Tate and the Thunder. And Hines will get another 3. That one no good as well. Trine, this is kind of interesting. They struggle rebounding. They're at the bottom of the conference as English can't hit a 3. Bottom of the conference rebounding, but they've got a couple offensive boards already tonight. Tate couldn't get it, but a foul. Katie Tate, the junior from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Bit of a homecoming. Not quite like me playing at Calvin homecoming, but back in your home state, as both teams will make some subs. For Trine, they bring in number 21, Aaron Sherwood. Number 2, Allie Walther. Taylor Dinda, the freshman, comes in for the first time for Kalamazoo, and Brittany Miller, the sophomore, in as well. Katie Tate is a 66% free throw shooter. The first one is good. And then a lane violation is going to result in no free throw, as coming in for the Thunder, it's number 24, Allison Capuch, the freshman out of Coates, Indiana.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Wagner got a little bit of a jump there and
Just a little bit.
maybe pulled Arlington with her.
English has it knocked out of bounds by Roanhouse.
Yeah, Metzen, early on the senior day, I think Kalamazoo looking to run the offense through their 2 seniors, English and Arlington, early.
Hogan spinning, got Wagner off for a moment, steps back, gives to Dinda. Under 10, English. trying to drive, tried to kick it out. Wagner got a fingertip on it.
Yeah, 5 to shoot and inbounding from a tough spot in that low, short corner area.
Miller in some trouble, got it to Hogan. She's gonna have to do it herself. Somehow found Miller, and she scores.
Yeah, great looking play off that inbound right there. A little bit of a give and go. I don't know if that was scripted, but it looked good.
An unbelievable find. Gets it back to a 1-point game, and Miller right there to finish it. Roanhouse gets it low on the block. Reverse, bounces off, no good. Rebound to the Thunder and a foul.
Yeah, and as you said, Trine, the one area that they aren't great in is rebounding. And early on, they're owning this category a little bit.
Third offensive rebound. They have out-rebounded Kalamazoo 6-4 to this point. First free throw good.
We talked about Kalamazoo on the offensive end early, but maybe one of the key points this game should be boxing out and getting these defensive rebounds early on.
Offensive rebound on a free throw. That'll always drive a coach nuts. And now in some trouble is Sherwood, who somehow got it to Walters. This is going to potentially work out in a bucket. Roanhouse dumps it down to Sherwood, who scores.
Yeah, Kalamazoo went for that trap up high and was almost able to recover back on defense, but found her open down low.
Arlington gives it off to English. Thinking about a three, back to Arlington. Skip pass, Wagner steals it. She's gonna go coast to coast, untouched, easy too. And Kalamazoo's gonna take a quick timeout as the game that sat within 1 to 3 points has early moved out to 5. Ryan Clark trying to keep that from getting out of hand. We got 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Trine leading Kalamazoo 13-8.
Returning for the Hornets is George Weesaw.
Weesaw back in for Kalamazoo as Trine going very deep into the bench. They bring in senior Chelsea Giesige, as well as Sydney Horton, a freshman. Jackie Bryant gets the dribble handoff. She's back in as well. Tried to find Weesaw cutting, and I believe Sherwood got a hand on that. Racing the other way. Here's Capuch. Around one more. Horton, open three. That came up short, rolls out of bounds.
Yeah, and both teams on both those possessions, good help defense to stop the backdoor cut on on Kalamazoo's end, and then Kalamazoo doing a good job helping out after a long rebound again.
They get it back. Weesaw enters the Arlington. Denda, big pump fake. Drives, and she shuffled her feet before being able to find Arlington. That's the 5th Kalamazoo turnover this game. Mentioned how great Trine is at not turning the ball over. Kalamazoo struggled in that area. Now they have gotten better, but they still turn over about 22 times a game, which sits at the bottom of the MIAA.
Yeah, it's hard to win a lot of games when you're turning the ball over 22 times. But they have done a better job recently of limiting those turnovers.
Horton very close to the sideline. Works off a screen, gets into the paint, loses it. Walters was calling for it, gets the three, misses it. Brines has to fight for that rebound. Fought through some contact, but got it to Hogan. Hogan stepping through, and this will be a block. Hogan's going to shoot 2.
Yeah, great box out right there by Brines. Not letting them get an offensive rebound. She had 3 Thunder right around her and led to that run out.
An area where Kalamazoo College is excellent is free throw shooting. They sit second in the MIAA in that category as Ruby Hogan hits the first one. 71% as a team. Hogan herself is a 76% free throw shooter. That's tied for the lead on the team. And she goes 2 for 2. That lead is tied with Weesaw, as English will come take out Dinda.
Yeah, and it looks like they'll go that little full court pressure, try to disrupt this Trine offense who's come to life a little bit these last couple possessions.
Here's Horton. Weesaw was trying for a steal and picks up her second foul, so she's going to have to exit this game as immediately Brittany Miller will check in. When you've got one foul, it's still the first quarter. Do you like that she's still playing that aggressive?
I like her going for that steal. I thought she had a chance right there, just unfortunate to get her on the body a little bit.
3 misses everything from Capuch, and Hogan grabs the offensive rebound. Still a one-possession game now. Brines drops it off. Now Hogan goes to English, guarded closely. Miller thought about trying to drive. Hogan's running out of time, 10 to shoot. English just gave it to Arlington. She might have to try and bully her way to the rim. Instead, it's Brines who jumps through the lane, turns around, fades away, and came just a touch short. Capuch has it top of the key as the Thunder get into their half-court offense once more. And popping wide open on a cut and scoring is Giesecke.
Yeah, just not a lot of communication on the defensive end there. Both players for Kalamazoo took the pop, and no one went with the roller, and easy two.
And Trine's run their offense a lot through cutting and screening away. Communication's the key to guarding that, right?
Yeah, you have to talk with all these backdoor cuts that they've been doing.
Miller hits an open jump shot, and the Hornets have another answer. They struggled to score in round one with Trine back on January the 13th. Trine won that game convincingly 82-42. Hornets only scored 17 first half points. They're already at 12 in the first quarter. Walters three, got it. Allie Walther, a 24% three-point shooter, but she has shown in this game she will take them.
Yeah, both teams early on really showing you our offensive ability, and every time the team has an answer for one another, it goes right back and forth.
6-point lead. English got an open three and hit it. Another answer.
Yeah, and that's one thing Trine does not want to do this game is leave English open for three because she'll make you pay.
First three of the game for Kalamazoo. English, one of the better three-point shooters in the history of Kalamazoo, gets the first one. Shot clock is off. Here's Walther. Around another screen, driving, gets into the paint. A foul called. Thought maybe we'll make it a charge instead of block is called.
Yeah, I think they're going to get it from behind.
It's Arlington. That's her second.
I think Brines was in position to take that charge there, but I think they called the foul on Arlington from pushing the back right before she got to Brines, which is unfortunate for Jackie, taking a little bit of a shot there.
So Allie Walther, a 56% free throw shooter, will go to the line and miss the first one. 9.9 seconds. You're not in scramble mode just yet, but you do have to get up the court fairly quickly. Second one good.
Yeah, Madsen, as you said, a lot of a different game from last time these two met. Kalamazoo with the 17 first half points last time and 15 already here, looking to add 2 or 3 more.
Hogan gets around the screen, gets downhill, takes a bump, couldn't finish. Trine with just 3 seconds left. Tate's gonna heave it, and it's gonna come up short. And we will end the first quarter at Trine with a 4-point lead over Kalamazoo, 19-15. 10 minutes down, we got 30 more to go here in the Zoo. It is Thunder 19, Hornets 15. Trine basketball to start quarter number 2. They bring Wagner back in, as well as Roanhouse, Sander. It looks like that's Addison Hudson into the game. It is. Sanders got it. Josie Cook comes in for the first time for Kalamazoo. Wagner off a screen, stops at the mid-range, no good, and Cook grabs her first rebound. Cook's a tall sophomore out of Muskegon, Michigan. Cook hands it off to English. She's hit 1-3 already. Now Miller. Wagner closely defending. 10 to shoot. Hogan goes to get it. 5 to shoot for Hogan. Gives up to Miller. Gets a pump fake. Stops. Tries to dump it down. And Cook, before they got the shot up, a foul called. Wow.
Yeah, that one was close.
It was called on the floor, too.
Fouls on Roundhouse.
Yeah,
Roanhouse.
Kalamazoo early has liked this dribble handoff and working out of the high post, which has led to a few late shot clock.
Brines was bumped. Cook got the rebound and then was fouled again. Surprised there was no initial call there against Brines.
Fouls on Abby Sander, team second.
And they are going to say Cook was shooting, so it's going to be 2 shots for Cook, a 57% free throw shooter.
Yeah, Coach Rang is a little bit unhappy about that one. He's pleading his case with the official.
Cook comes up short on the free throw. This one can bring it back to 3 points, give the Hornets the first basket of the second quarter. And she does just that, first points of the night for the sophomore, who scores just about 2.5 a game. Gets 1 tonight. Some dribble handoff action from Trine, trying to make Kalamazoo communicate a little bit more.
Yeah, and as you can see, they're throwing down screens, backdoor cuts everywhere.
Tate got it and was fouled. Let's see, this one's against maybe Cook. It is, it's her first.
Yeah, Metzen, this Trine offense is pretty fun to watch in the half court, which you can't say about most teams, but a lot of movement off the ball, and they find people open a lot.
Roanhouse trying to drive, trying to back her way down. There's another cut to Hudson. She just couldn't finish. Got the offensive rebound. Left it to Wagner. She loves that mid-range game, but misses that one.
Yeah, and Wagner is getting a lot of open looks from the mid-range. It seems where she's the most comfortable, just unable to hit most of these looks.
Miller turned it over, trying to kick it out to English. Wagner the other way. Stops. Found Tate. Got it out to Wagner. Now Tate trying to go right at Cook. Trying to step through, and then a foul.
Yeah, Mets, she might have gotten away with a walk earlier on that possession, but a good, strong take there from Tate, and looks like she'll go shoot 2.
Dinda back in for Kalamazoo as English comes out. Just the first one on Miller. With the starting front court, each with 2 fouls, we saw in Arlington some important minutes from 2 sophomores, Cook and Miller. As the first free throw no good for Tate. This one rattles around, no good. Another offensive rebound on a free throw. Kick out to Hines, who just came back in. Sanders steps through and scores. It's been the offensive rebounds that have been the difference for Trine so far. They've got 6 of them in this game.
Yeah, Mets, you hit it right on, and Coach could not be happy about that one. That's an adjustment that they got to fix as soon as possible.
Hogan, jab steps, created some space with it, got it to Cook, then skipped it to Dinda. Brines with 10 to shoot. Hogan, it's usually her time to try and create something. Took a bump, kicked it out to Cook for 3, rattles around and drops out. Wagner there to grab the rebound.
Yeah, good looking shot from Cook. She's not afraid to shoot those, and she's made a couple. Just unfortunate rattle out there on that one.
Tipped by Hogan, stolen by Brines. Numbers for Jackie Brines, kept possession, and first they call a travel.
Yeah, a little bit of a weird sequence, honestly. I'm not sure what happened. Looked like she might have gotten fouled swiping across, traveled before, tipped out of bounds off a Trine, but
whatever it is, it's Trine basketball right now. Here's Wagner. Dinda slows down Wagner. Now Roanhouse. Clock ticking down. Tate kicks out. Roanhouse gets a three in the corner, and it's in.
yeah, and you can see right there, Brian's trying to communicate with Miller, just a little bit late on that help over to the corner, and Trine's making a pay early in these miscommunications.
6-1 Thunder run to open the second quarter. They've got the lead up to 8. Dinda in some trouble, and then a jump ball is called. This will keep it with Kalamazoo.
Yeah, a little bit of an unfortunate early whistle there for her.
English back in. Hannah Witkoff in for Kalamazoo. Witkoff, the freshman out of Denver, gets her first minutes tonight. Cook gets on a roll, was trying to kick it out, Bill Witkoff. Ball is loose. Trine's got it, another turnover. That's 8 for Kalamazoo. Wagner to Sherwood, who just came back in. One more to Hines. Roanhouse left wide open. She will elect a drive and foul by Cook.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a zone look from Kalamazoo or what, but they left a wide open shooter in the corner, and fortunate that they were able to close out and get a foul to prevent an easy bucket.
Roanhouse will shoot 2. A 58% free throw shooter. And that free throw drops.
Yeah, that shot's looking pretty pure there, Mets.
One more. And the second one drops. I think when you try and do it, it doesn't work.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't either, actually, now that I think about it. You're just complimenting a good-looking shot.
Yeah, just a good-looking free throw shot, that's all.
2 for 2, and it's a 10-point game. Faking the give and go as Hogan draws the bump, and she will shoot 2.
Yeah, great decision right there by Hogan with the fake on the handoff. They've been loving that to set up their offense, a few dribble handoffs, and as you can see, Trine wasn't ready for it, and 2 more shots for Hogan.
It was Sherwood who got called. It's her first. No foul trouble yet for the Thunder. Hogan's got 2 more free throws. First one is good. 5 points for Ruby Hogan. She is tied with English and a couple Thunders, Wagner and Roanhouse, to lead all scorers. Second one is good. She now leads all scorers with 6 points.
And another pure-looking free throw shot from Hogan.
Back to an 8-point game. Kalamazoo finally breaks the run. Wagner works off a screen, and it was illegal.
Yeah,
Sherwood gets whistled. It's her second.
Almost pushed her with 2 hands with setting that screen. I was surprised the whistle didn't come earlier.
Arlington comes back in with the fouls. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. English. And it was saved by Sherwood. It was going to be thrown right out of bounds, but Wagner tipped it, and then Sherwood saved it. Wagner's got it. Will try a 3. That's no good. Hines fighting for the rebound, and Hogan went to save it. We're going to stay on this end, Thunder basketball.
Yeah, and Wagner, Trine's leading scorer, has gotten a lot of open looks today, but is just struggling a little bit from the field.
2 of 7 from the field, 0 for 2 from deep. Brian's back in, taking out Witkoff. They inbound to Sherwood. Tate drives, gets all the way to the rim. Count that, and a foul, as Katie Tate will shoot one more. Dinda, I believe, got whistled. It's the second one on Dinda, and Witkoff is quickly back off the bench to come back in, I believe, take Dinda out.
Yeah, a little bit of foul trouble early for the Hornets. Got three players with 2 fouls.
Hogan stepped in early, but it didn't matter. Tate hits the free throw. Hogan crossing over, stops, gives to Arlington. Little mid-range jump shot, no good for the senior. And Wagner going to race up the floor again. Thunder might have numbers here. At least Kalamazoo not set. Capuch gets a 3. That's no good. Hines tips the offensive rebound to Sherwood, who scores. Trine continuing to own the glass.
Yeah, these offensive rebounds are just killing Kalamazoo. The second chance points for Trine are what's built up this 13-point lead for them early on.
And they did that in the first matchup where they out-rebounded Kalamazoo by 17. Hogan got 2 in the air, stops English. Driving, tries to duck underneath Hines, couldn't finish.
Yeah, and after a good start in the first quarter, Kalamazoo's cooled off.
Hogan there to block Capuch. In some trouble, took some contact. Gave it to Brian. Hornets will get into the half court. 4.5 to go second quarter. They trail by 13. Wyckoff to English.
Yeah, just a little stagnant on the offensive end.
Hogan got it on a cut and scores. Arlington the find, and you mentioned a little stagnant. Immediately once some activity ramps up, Kalamazoo gets 2 points.
Yeah, easy backdoor cut. They were standing still for a little bit, and Trine fell asleep a little bit on defense, and an easy layup for Hogan.
Wagner driving, and she was fouled before the shot. And Wagner just feels like she's gassed.
Fouls on number 15, Jackie Brines.
Yeah, Wagner has been trying to get to that spot all day, that short mid-range from straight away in the paint. And she's been able to get there, just unable to hit a couple of these shots.
Walter back in, along with Alexis Snodgrass, sophomore out of Hartford, Michigan, is Wagner off the screen, mid-range jump shot, good. That looked easy for her. English nearly cut as Bryant threw that pass. And Arlington double dribbled. 10th turnover of the game for Kalamazoo. With 3.5 left.
Yeah, just forgot she already took a dribble there. And unfortunate turnover for the Hornets, but see if they can get a couple of stops going here. Pick up the intensity a little bit on the defensive end. And
it feels like their first shot defense has been solid. The offensive rebounds have given Trine opportunity after opportunity.
Yeah, and that's a big reason why this lead is as big as it is right now.
This one's turned over. Hogan gives to Arlington. She'll try a 3. Got it. They needed that one.
Yeah, big shot right there from your senior. Exactly what they need on the offensive end.
That's Arlington's first basket of the afternoon. Her senior year, she's averaged about 8 a game. And a foul before any shot means that's the 5th team foul for Kalamazoo in the quarter. And it's the first one on English, so Walter will go shoot 2. The sophomore from Schoolcraft, Michigan. Came in from Lake Superior State. First free throw, no good. Walter's already split a pair at the line tonight. Scores about 3 a game. And she goes over. So a foul by English results in a Kalamazoo stop, and they can get this back to single digits.
Yeah, see if we get a little bit more movement on the offensive end, a few backdoor cuts. And
English gonna try a 3 off of a screen, and Bryant's, I think, got tripped up. As English missed everything, it'll go back to Trine.
Yeah, not a horrible shot from your three-point shooter, and you like to see the confidence right there from her.
It's like a Cam Christie type of shot. You've been watching Minnesota recently?
I have not, Mets. That's all you.
I'll tell you, he comes off those screens and he hits them. He buried Michigan State with it. And a foul called before the pass. It's Bryant. She cannot believe it.
Yeah.
And more foul trouble piling up for Kalamazoo. That's the 5th Hornet with 2 fouls. And Walther will go back to shoot 2 more.
I think I'm a little bit as surprised as she is.
And Walther hits the free throw this time. As Dinda was going to come back in. Walther will shoot 1 more free throw. Second one, no good. Nearly another offensive rebound, and Witkoff grabs it. Walther splits another pair. 11-point Thunder lead. English was in some trouble. Gave it up to Arlington, who got into the paint, tried to kick it out to Witkoff. Very close to being a turnover. Instead, it's a jump ball, and that means it will be a turnover. Thunder get it. 11th Hornet turnover. Not to be the official turnover counters, but that has been what's going on.
Yeah, hard to win when you have this many turnovers, and right around their season average right now. Got to limit those and limit the offensive rebounds, and this will be a completely different game.
Miller back in.
And Miller's been a bright spot early on for this Kalamazoo offense, adding a couple buckets.
Horton blows by everyone on the rim and scores.
Yeah, and you just can't let that happen, especially with bodies in the paint already. Just step over and stop ball.
And you mentioned the 11 Kalamazoo turnovers that led to 14 Trine points. And another jump ball is going to keep this one here as Trine is continuing the intensity defensively.
Yeah, and as you said earlier in the open, Trine a very good defensive team, and they're showing it here early with all these turnovers.
Tate back in. Minute 49 to go. Remind you, coming up after this game, it's not the MIAA tournament, but it might as well be. Kalamazoo and Adrian playing in what is an elimination game. The winner goes to the league tournament, the loser eliminated. That game coming up after this one, about half an hour afterwards. Hogan driving, getting through the lane. She's fouled, and that'll put the Hornets in the bonus. So Hogan's going to get 2.
Yeah, a lot of fouls here in the second quarter, and starting to stack up a little bit for both teams.
First one on Horton. Trine has used their depth to their advantage. As Hogan will go shoot 2 more. She's hit all 4 from the line tonight. First free throw good.
Yeah, not often do you see a team go 12 deep into their bench in the first half of a college game.
And it feels like they've all been effective. 2 of 2 for Hogan.
Yeah, it does not feel like a drop-off from 1 to 12, but maybe a little bit if you take into consideration Sydney Wagner.
Wagner and, a shooter like Hines. Roanhouse is in. She spins, couldn't finish. Another offensive rebound and a bucket.
Yeah, Kalamazoo is just killing themselves on these offensive rebounds. Just unable to put a body on a body. And
English thought about a 3, will take it, but she traveled first. And another turnover. That's Hudson back in for Trine. 1:19 to go in the first half. Horton came open. Here comes a 3. That's short. And another offensive rebound. That's double digits in the first half. Roanhouse couldn't finish. This one's tipped out of bounds. Hornets are going to get it.
Yeah, Mets, this is reminding me of the game that we called last weekend, was it?
I think so.
Kalamazoo versus Calvin.
Oh, when Kalamazoo was owning the offensive rebounds early in the game.
Yeah, a little bit of the same here, but for Trine, and Kalamazoo needs to fix that.
And an offensive foul called. It's going on Miller. It's her second.
Yeah, the refs letting him play a little bit in the first quarter, but that's changed up a lot here in the second.
Tight calls. And a lot of fouls. 13 total fouls for Kalamazoo, 6 for Trine. Snodgrass moves it to Tate. And Roanhouse came open on another cut, and she scores. As the lead out to 15.
Yeah, they've been going to that set a couple of times where they have one up top, and then all 4 kind of sit around on the other side of the paint and just set screens for each other, and someone pops somewhere, and it's been working out.
English pops open for a three, too strong, and Trine grabs the defensive rebound. That's been the difference. Those kind of scrummy plays, it's been the Thunder getting all of them. 4 seconds, Horton, a tough-looking three, missed everything. And the clock will run out on the first half. Yes, it does. That will end half number 1. Trine with a convincing 15-point lead over Kalamazoo. As we take a look at the first half numbers, Thunder 44% from the field, but they got 15 more shot attempts than Kalamazoo did. Kalamazoo was 42% from the field. Trine hit 3 threes, Kalamazoo hit 2. Thunder were 7 of 14 from the free throw line. Kalamazoo was 7 of 8. One of the two stories right here, turnovers. 13 for the Hornets, 6 for the Thunder, which led to 16 Trine points as opposed to 5 for Kalamazoo. And the other, rebounding, 20 total rebounds for Trine to 14 for Kalamazoo, but 10 offensive rebounds to Kalamazoo's 1. Though rebounding turnovers, those are the two things that Kalamazoo has to correct to get back into this, right?
Exactly right, Mats. And their first shot defense on the defensive end for Kalamazoo has been looking really great, but as you said, 10 offensive rebounds and all these second chance opportunities are what's really killing them, and what's ballooned this lead to 15 at the end of the half.
Individually, Jada Roanhouse leads Trine with 9 points. Sydney Wagner adding 7. Ellie Walther with 5. Roanhouse and Wagner each with 4 rebounds. And Roanhouse and Katie Tate, as well as Aaron Sherwood, each with 2 assists. Aaron Sherwood, the only member of the Thunder, with 2. On the Hornets side, Ruby Hogan leading them with 10. Sarah English on senior day has 5. 4 rebounds for Jackie Brines, 2 apiece for Hogan and Kaylin Arlington. Hogan has 4 assists as well, Arlington with 2. Foul trouble for Kalamazoo, it stacked up. It felt like everybody had 2. Everybody except Hannah Wickoff, Ruby Hogan, and Sarah English. For reference, that means Kaylin Arlington, Jackie Brines, Jordan Weesaw, Josie Cook, Brittany Miller, and Taylor Dinda. 6 Hornets, all with 2 fouls. That's going to be the other emphasis on the defensive end, defend without fouling, right?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it goes along with what we've already talked about. These second chance opportunities have been leading to a lot of extra fouls on Kalamazoo's end, and if they can get one fixed, hopefully the other will follow along with it.
We're going to take a short break for halftime. Be back with you soon. For the second half of this game, your halftime score, the Trine Thunder 40, Kalamazoo Hornets 25. As we get ready to start the second half, remind everyone today's senior day, and we honored Kaylin Arlington and Sarah English. Kaylin out of Otsego, Michigan. Psychology major, started all 69 games of her career, had a career high 27 points and a career high 16 rebounds 3 times, including twice this year, had 12 double-doubles in her career. Has become 9th in the top career rebounding leaders with 521 career rebounds today. Sarah from Lansing Catholic is a history and Spanish major with a concentration in American studies. Has not planned where she is going to graduate school yet, but she does plan to go there. A team captain has started 70 of the 86 games she's played in her career. Had a career high 23 points against Olivet this year. Was added into the record books for three-pointers in the season with 48 this year. Coach Clark said about both of them, Kay and Sarah, we could not have asked for a better duo of seniors to lead our young team. You embraced our standards, grew as players and leaders, and set an example of how to be great teammates. Those two will be missed by the Kalamazoo College women's basketball program. Second half about to get underway. Same starters for Trine. Sydney Wagner with it here, along with Jada Roanhouse, Sarah Hines, Abby Sanner, and Katie Tate. They hand off to Tate. 40-25 is our score in favor of the Thunder. Roanhouse as they try and high-low into center. They get it there. She gets it and scores. First basket of the second half to the Trine Thunder. Zach Metz and Dawson Scoopin here. Mind you, coming up next, the Kalamazoo College men's basketball team will be in action in a win-or-go-home game for the MIAA tournament against the Adrian College Bulldogs. Ruby Hogan drives, dumps it down to Jordan Weesaw. Weesaw dribbles it off of her knee, kept it in bounds just barely. Kicked it out to Hogan. Hogan on the floor with Weesaw, Sarah English, Jackie Bryant, and Kaylin Arlington. Under 10, Weesaw trying to create. A little scoop pass to Hogan, who tries to split through, and she traveled. Turnovers were a big issue for Kalamazoo in the first half, and they had 13 of them, now 14 with that one, as we'll go around the MIAA and women's basketball in one moment. Wagner gives to Sanner. Sanner gives down to Wagner, who turns around, scores with a foul.
Yeah, and that's just a tough bucket there from Wagner. Not much you can do. And I think Weesaw picks up her third early in the second half, which is not what Coach Ryan Clark wanted.
It is the third on Weesaw as we go around the MIAA and women's basketball. Here's a shocker. Alma leading Hope College 32-17 at break. Hope College is ranked in the national top 10. Alma gave them all they could handle at DeVos Fieldhouse. They get round 2 at the Art Smith Center, and Alma with a comfortable lead at the break. 3 p.m. Adrian taking on St. Mary's. Calvin taking on Olivet as Brines drives, flips it up, no good. The MIAA tournament field for women's basketball is set. No games today can affect the standings. Aside from the results of Calvin's game and Trine's game, as Sanner turns around and scores, both teams were heavy favorites in their games. Assuming both Calvin and Trine win, as Trine scores again to make it now a 22-point lead. Hope and Calvin would get the byes. Trine would host Olivet in round 1. Albion would host Alma. As 6 teams make that tournament. And a steal, another turnover, but Wagner had it knocked away by English.
Yeah, and one of the things that we said at halftime to clean up for Kalamazoo was these turnovers, and right here to start the second half, a couple of them, and not the start that you wanted to see if you're a Hornet fan.
Roanhouse will inbound. Gives it to Wagner. Here's Wagner. Baseline drive, stops, pulls up from the mid-range and hits, and Wagner starting to get in her bag a little bit as she's up to 12 points.
Yeah, and she's getting right back to those mid-range shots, and to start this third quarter, she's hitting them.
Trine in this quarter, a 9-0 run to start it. English trying to answer with a 3, couldn't. And a rebound to the Thunder. Hines driving on Brines. Hits, take, cutting, who scores. 11-0 run to start the half for Kalamazoo. Rather for Trine, and it's 51-25. Brines trying to drive Wagner, nearly poked it away. They enter to Brines. English gets an open 3. Back iron, no good. Hines the rebound.
Yeah, 2 great looks for English, their strong three-point shooter, and unable to finish either.
Wagner couldn't finish as Hogan might have gotten a piece of it. Brines the other way, draws foul. It's the first one on Katie Tate.
Jackie Bryan, she'll shoot 2. Checking in for the Hornets, Brittany Miller and Taylor Dinda.
Even though in Kalamazoo men's tennis action, they're taking on Anderson today at home. It's their home opener. Tied 2-2. They got doubles wins from Adnan Alusi and Gabe Vidanas. And they got singles wins from Vidanas and Alusi. Second free throw from Brines, no good. So Kalamazoo comes up empty. As it's still 11-0 Thunder. Sander spins back, scores. 13-0 run for the Thunder.
Yeah, just a good, strong move right there from Sander down low, and not much Arlington can do. She was in good position.
Every men's basketball game starts at 3 p.m. We talked about the women's basketball games going on now and a couple other ones that start at 3 p.m. Arlington had a chance to step through and scores, gets Kalamazoo's first basket of the half. Arlington with 5 points on senior day.
And a little bit of a boost right there, getting the first basket, and see if they can string together a few stops here on this defensive end.
Ronhouse tried to find Hines, and it was knocked out of bounds by Hogan. As Taylor Dinda will come in.
Yeah, and Trine going right back to where they left off in that first half, and just a lot of off-ball movement, screens and cuts, and a lot of backdoor cuts have been open for them today.
Brittany Miller came back in for Kalamazoo earlier. Ronhouse goes to Hines. Hines drives baseline. Sander pump fakes, backing her way down and scoring. As Sander now with 12 points, the second member of the Thunder in double figures.
Yeah, and Sander, not that many post touches in the first half, but they've gone to her early in the second, and she's been making the most of them.
Miller stops, kicks out. Hogan tries a three. Top of the key, hits it.
Yeah, she had 2 options to kick out to and went to Hogan, and she buries a 3. And a little bit of an offensive spark here.
Hines to Wagner. Driving again. Left hand in and out. Arlington grabs the rebound and then threw it right to Tate. Tate, 1-on-4, finishes.
Wow.
A mistake by Arlington leads to an impressive finish from Katie Tate.
Yeah, Tate did not have numbers at all. Almost 1-on-3 down low and still made the basket.
Dinda to English. Trying to create. In some trouble. Ball got knocked out of bounds. It'll stay on this end.
Yeah, a lot of contact right there. I mean,
as Trine will make some subs. Allie Walther, Allison Capuch, and Aaron Sherwood all come back in. They played in the first half.
I thought English got hugged a little bit from behind there, but no call. And still maintain possession.
Hogan to Arlington. She'll try a long jump shot. That's no good. English couldn't hold on to the offensive rebound, and Wagner will race ahead again. Pull up from the mid-range and hit again. And Wagner showing why she is likely an all-conference player. And Kalamazoo is going to take a timeout. 6.5 minutes have gone by in the quarter, and Trine has dominated, outscoring the Hornets 19-5. 4.5 to go in the third. It is Trine 59, Kalamazoo 30.
Take Michigan points. It's either a Michigan money line or state points.
Jordan Weesaw back in for Kalamazoo out of the timeout. Hornets have 3 remaining. Try and have all 5. Dinda to Arlington. Weesaw. Gave to Dinda. Brines will try a 3. In and out. Jackie Brines has yet to score today for Kalamazoo. Junior averages about 8 points a game. And Tate the other way scores again. And the Thunder really rolling now.
Yeah, I think an underrated part of Trine's game is that fast break.
Dinda misses a 3. Hornets get an offensive rebound. Just their second one tonight. Dinda crosses over out to Arlington. Bryans will step back, still looking for her first basket. Couldn't get it. Weesaw was fouled on the way up. She'll shoot 2.
Yeah, and Weesaw's been in foul trouble this game, and that's a big part right there of why it's so important to have her in the game. Her and Arlington down low, and that's 2 big bodies that's hard to match up with it for anyone in the league.
Addison Hudson and Sydney Horton come in for Trine.
Looks like they called that a shooting foul.
They did, as Weesaw, who's a 76% free throw shooter, will shoot her first 2 tonight. And she hits. Weesaw with just 2 points tonight, the freshman scoring 10 a game in her first season of college basketball. She's also on the Kalamazoo College softball team, which will be getting action underway very, very soon here. Second one rattles out. Walther gets an open 3. That's too strong back iron. And Sherwood beats Hogan to the rebound. Horton, baseline drive, kicks it out. Capucha 3 in the corner. That missed everything. Another offensive rebound to Horton, who then turns it over as Hogan steps in front. She'll get the steal and the easy 2.
Yeah, 2 offensive rebounds, but.
And Trine is going to call a timeout. 3:06 to go as Ruby Hogan now with 15 points to lead all scorers. 3:06 third quarter. Trine 61, Kalamazoo 33. Trine's got it. Out of the timeout with a few minutes to go in the third.
We'll see if Kalamazoo picks up this full court pressure again. And I don't know if it worked in the first half, but it seemed to disrupt Trine a little bit on offense, and that's what you got to try to do here.
Trine's got 12 offensive rebounds. Walther drives, takes it out to Capuch. They go into Sherwood. She'll kick out. Walther gets another wide open 3. That one's no good, and Dinda holds on to the offensive rebound. She was fouled by Allie Walther.
Yeah, it took a little bit of a shot to the face on that one. Seems to be all right.
Third one of the quarter against the Thunder, and it's the second one on Walther. Not that at this point fouls are going to play a major difference. Grinds to Dinda to Weesaw. Cook steps out. Got it to Dinda on a back cut, who scores.
Yeah, that's some good-looking offense right there from the Hornets. Finally some movement and a great backdoor cut by Dinda.
Hudson gets an open 3. Answer. They race it up the floor. 2 Hornets went with Capuch, and Hudson was right there for 3.
Yeah, Trine has been really pushing the ball to start this third quarter.
And then Capuch just rips it away from Dinda. One-on-one with Brines, and she scores. Make it 17 Hornet turnovers, and the lead back up over 30. Weesaw driving, had it knocked out of bounds by Capuch. As Arlington and English, the seniors, will come back in.
Yeah. And as you said earlier, and we said it throughout this game, you can just see Trine's defense swarming. Nothing easy down low, and it's been a struggle for the Hornets to really get the ball into the paint for paint touches. And
Kisagi back in, and also in for the first time is Tiana Matt, as that shot no good. Under 90 seconds to go in the third. Capuch on the give and go and couldn't finish, and then a foul called on Hogan.
Ruby Hogan picks up the personal foul. That's her first.
yeah, and again, Mets, and the theme of the day and offensive rebounds for Trine, giving them second opportunities and leading to eventual points.
Free throw no good for Sherwood. Sherwood 75% from the line.
See what I did there?
I see what you did there. Second one away. Rattles in and out. We saw had some pressure from behind.
And we're back.
We are back. Hogan was close to a double dribble. Now English. Gave it to Brines. Brines. That gap defense is just so tough for Trine. A jump ball here as getting tied up was Hudson.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the best parts of their defenses. It's not really the help man, it's more the man in gap that's really been causing the trouble for Kalamazoo and not being able to drive downhill.
And we saw was trying to throw it to English, another turnover. That's 18. Hudson trying to drive on Weesaw out to Sherwood. She's putting her head down, spinning. A hook shot goes. And Trine with one of the better quarters we've seen here as they've outscored Kalamazoo now 28-10 in this period.
And that was a tough finish right there from Sherwood.
30 seconds to go. Shot clock still on. English open for three. Bottoms up.
There you go. A little bit of an answer there from the Hornets, but really everyone on Trine's roster feeling it in this third quarter on the offensive end.
English with 8 points. Shot clock is off.
Look to hold for the last shot.
7 seconds. Mott driving, and she's fouled by Bryant. That's an okay foul given the situation. You still had fouls to give. There's 5.1 left.
Yeah, it looks like she was just about to get around and no one there to help. It might have been an easy two, and Bryant picks up her third, but might have been worth it.
Sherwood, clock ticking, 3-2, fadeaway, no good. Arlington holds on to it, and the clock runs out. And we will go to the fourth quarter. 10 more minutes to go in a game that Trine has dominated. One more quarter of the year for Kalamazoo College women's basketball. Trine leading at 68-38. Trine subs their entire starting lineup back into this game, get them a few more minutes. It's Roanhouse, Wagner, Tate, Sanner, and Hines. Hornets have their starting lineup back in as well as Hines gets this one. Halfway through the clock center. Gives it up to Hines. Hines drives, kicks out Wagner. Driving on Bryans, another mid-range jump shot, that falls.
Yeah, and right when she passed up that decent-looking three, you knew right where she was going to her mid-range pull-up, and hits another one.
16 points for Sydney Wagner. Hogan trying to get some space on Hines. Hines knocks the pass away. Hogan got it back, gave it to Arlington. The long-range jumper comes up way short.
Yeah, Sierra Hines has just been giving Hogan fits all day on the defensive end. Underrated part of her game for sure.
More of a true 3-and-D type of guard. Wagner, you think it's coming? Here it is, and got it.
You know where she's going every time she touches the ball, and she's heating up here.
She had a slow start, but now with 18 points on over 50% shooting. Arlington, mid-range, got it.
Yeah, Arlington takes a page out of Wagner's book right there on that one.
Still a convincing Thunder lead.
And you think they got to go right back to Wagner here.
Instead, it's Hines who comes wide open for three.
Yeah, and each of these Trine players are going right to what they do best and hitting these shots.
Second three for Hines.
Yeah, Hines from three and Wagner in the mid-range.
Bryans trying to find somewhere to go with it, looking for Weesaw, draws a foul. Hines scores about 9 a game. I bet most of those are from beyond the arc. Not that I've deeply watched every Trine game.
Yeah, but 36% from three is a crazy stat.
It's a very good number. As the Trine subs in. Tate stays in. As it's Alexis Snodgrass, Tiana Matt, Jordan Walters in for the first time. Arlington passed up a three. Hogan thought about it. Also in is Angelina Tringali. Long jump shot, no good for English. Tringali drives, gets all the way to the rim, scores with the left.
Yeah, and again, another pretty looking finish right there with the left-hand scoop. And everything falling for Trine here in the second half.
They now lead it by 37. English goes down low to Weesaw. Tries to spin, and it's knocked out of bounds by Walters. Walters, a sophomore out of Sunbury, Ohio. Matt, a junior out of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Tringali, freshman out of Auburn Hills, Michigan. As Kirsten Stout comes in, junior out of Wabash, Indiana. That one turned over, and then Bryans picks up a foul.
Yeah, a little bit of a late whistle, but she did bump her a little bit going for that steal.
Denda takes Bryans out. As Trine continuing their second half dominance. Here's Stout, gives it up. Under 7 minutes to go. Stout driving on Hogan. Slows down, steps through, and Hogan blocked it. We don't have blocks directly in front of us, but I think that's at least the third one for Hogan. We saw right hand, no good to the floater.
Yeah, and Hogan's been all over the stat sheet today for the Hornets. A real bright spot coming up, as she's just a freshman.
Hogan, another multi-sport athlete on this team. Was an all MIAA women's soccer player. Under 10. That three, no good. Missed everything for Walters. A shot clock violation.
Yeah, tough look for your first shot at a really deep end of the shot clock three. And
Walters was 1 of 7 before that one from deep on the year. They try and throw in Arlington. She's fouled. Second one of the period against the Thunder.
yeah, her and Snodgrass fighting down low and a little bit too physical on that one. She'll pick up a foul.
Hogan to English, another jump shot, no good. Arlington tried to run it down, but not enough. English not having her best day shooting from beyond the arc. Now just 2 of 10 from deep. Under 6 minutes. Mind you again, coming up next, it's win or go home for both the Kalamazoo College men's basketball team and Adrian College as they will play here on Tisch Loveless Court. Winner goes to the MIAA tournament. Loser goes home as Walter steps through and scores. Dinda somehow got it to Hogan. Down low, we saw she scores.
And again, some pretty looking ball movement and an open bucket down low for Weesaw.
Weesaw's only taken 3 shots today. She's got 5 points. Long range, no good as that one rolls the top of the backboard out of bounds. Hornets will get it.
As you said, Weesaw, she has about 10 points per game. She's only taken 3 shots today. A little bit surprising.
Kalamazoo takes a timeout. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. Trine leading at 79-42. Sarah English has it on the wing. Skips across to Ruby Hogan. Trying to go inside to Weesaw, who made a tough catch up with the right and scores. We mentioned how few shot attempts she had today, and she's got the ball a few times and takes advantage.
Yeah, she's definitely got the length down low to finish those layups, and 2 tough finishes in a row and 4 quick points.
Tringali gives it up. Snodgrass couldn't get it. And Dinda gets the rebound. And the Hornets again slow it up. Arlington gets it, flips it, no good. Weesaw grabs it, she's fouled.
And Jordan Weesaw coming to life a little bit here at the end of this 4th quarter.
And Trine going deeper into the bench as they will bring in Olivia Marks, a freshman from Hanna, Indiana.
Yeah, number 10, what a great number.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're a big fan of number 10. I'm more of a number 5 type of person. I'm a big fan of Jordan Walters' number.
See, I'm more of an Olivia Marks kind of guy.
I like to see him throw football. I think you and I both be a fan of that.
Yeah, for sure.
English has it on the wing. Arlington a 3, no good. Ball tipped out, English goes to get it. Gives it to Dinda, she'll try a 3, no good. Loose ball still, and I believe that's Stout who was fouled.
And as you can see, both teams playing to the very end here, scrapping for these offensive rebounds.
Anna Grimm comes in, freshman out of Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, Mets, I don't even want to try to count how many that is that have checked into the game for Trine today.
I will. Give me 1 second. $18 different players have played for Trine today.
Right.
And wide open as Marks couldn't finish.
Marks letting down everyone with number 10 right there. And just unfortunate for the community.
The community of number 10s. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. Look us up on Facebook for sure.
Kalamazoo doesn't have a number 10 or a number 5. So, wait, is that a real group, number 10s on Facebook?
It might be. I would not know.
If it's not, you should go start it.
Yeah.
I don't have Facebook, so I can't, like, contribute to that. If there's a number 5 one, as Sydney Horton back in for the Thunder.
Yeah, Madsen, as you were saying, 18 Trine players have checked in today, and 13 of them have scored. And that's one way to fill up the box score.
Still a few minutes left as Horton drives, dumps it down to Stout, and a foul.
Fouls on Sarah English, her second, team's third this quarter.
3:02 left. And then an offensive foul called as Marks pushed off. Weesau's got it on the wing, trying again to throw it in Arlington, but Thunder right there on the backside helped to make that difficult. It's a jump ball.
Yeah, Hornets forcing a couple of passes here into the middle, and a few breaks, getting fouls and jump balls, but
Arlington gets it down low. Left-handed hook, no good. And you would imagine it's going to be English and Arlington staying in until about a minute left as a three is good for Grimm.
yeah, and we'll put that number up to 14 Trine players have scored.
82-44. Trine has scored 164 points against Kalamazoo this year. Brines drives, couldn't get it. Weesaw came skying in for the rebound, and she traveled as she hit the floor.
Yeah, great offensive rebound there from her, just traveled a little bit.
There's Kendall Kirschman and Ella Boyer will both come in for Kalamazoo. A couple sophomores from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Stepping back, trying a three as Marks, no good.
A great looking jump shot right there from number 10, just unable to hit.
English picked up her dribble, tried to go to Arlington, and Arlington was fouled by Stout.
Yeah, and Arlington and Stout are still battling down here at the end of this fourth quarter.
And Arlington's going to get a couple of free throws with 1:55 left as Trine sub. It's Cadence Bomarito in, freshman out of Caledonia, Michigan.
And give them another player checked into the game.
That makes it 19. Arlington can't hit the free throw. On the year, 73%. And second one is good. So if you're Kalamazoo, you start looking at the off-season and spring and summer workouts, as Coach Clark talked about before the game. What are some of the things you think this young team can take away from this season?
Well, obviously a little bit of an improvement from the last season, but keep taking steps in the right direction is the biggest thing for this program. And a couple of good young players that will really help to this, and hopefully another good recruiting class coming in.
Arlington's going to try another three, no good. Kirschman goes to almost grab the offensive rebound. Instead, it's going to end up in the hands of Arlington, just add to her total. Boyer will try a three, no good. As we approach the minute mark. And on the other end, Tringali gets a bucket.
Yeah, another good-looking shot from her there. All these Trine athletes are able to finish down low.
And a travel call by Boyer, and I believe we're going to get the curtain call right now.
Second in for the Hornets.
Maybe not quite yet. It's Bryans comes out, and there's English. The well-deserved applause for Sarah English and what she has done for the Kalamazoo College women's basketball program. Coming in is Dazier Lopez and Autumn Hummel. And now it's Arlington's turn. Big applause for Arlington as well. Mentioned her accomplishments, both of their accomplishments with English and Arlington earlier in this game, and they will both check out for their final time in their career.
Yeah, Madsen, as you said, two huge players for the Kalamazoo College women's basketball program to help lead some of these younger players and hopefully start an upswing of this program.
Stout scores. As this will likely be the final possession of the season. Kirschman moves to Hogan. Lopez fakes, she'll drive, steps through the lane, draws some contact, and a foul.
Yeah, good looking move right there from Lopez, and she'll have a chance to add 2 to her total.
Lopez this season, 1 of 6 from the free throw line. And the first one misses off the right side of the glass. He'll get one more. That's no good. Trine will rebound. They will run this clock out. And the final contest on Tisch Level's court in MIAA women's basketball results in a Trine victory and one where they dominated the second half of this game. They'll win it 86-45 as we look at the numbers. Trine 52% from the field. Hornets 34%. Thunder end up 6 of 22 from deep. Kalamazoo at 4 of 20. 8 of 17 from the line for the Thunder. 9 of 16 for Kalamazoo. Turnovers, one of the big stories. 9 turnovers for Trine led to only 7 Kalamazoo points. 22 turnovers for Kalamazoo to 29 Thunder point. A 31-point game. You can almost directly point to that. Also rebounding, 39 total rebounds, including 13 offensive for the Thunder, 30 total for the Hornets. As you look at the individual numbers, Sydney Wagner with 18 points. Abby Sanner adding 12. Katie Tate with 10. Aaron Sherwood with 6 rebounds. Sydney Wagner, Katie Tate, Jada Roanhouse with 5, and Roanhouse with 3 assists. Sherwood, Tate, Sanner, and Allison Capuch each with 2. Ruby Hogan led Kalamazoo with 15 points. Kaylin Arlington and Sarah English in their final games, each with 8 points. Arlington just short of a double-double, had 9 rebounds. Jordan Wiesa adding 5. English had 1 in her final game, and Hogan with 6 assists. Arlington with 3. That'll wrap up this season of Kalamazoo College women's basketball. We thank everybody across the entirety of wherever you could possibly be watching for tuning in, supporting this team. We remind you, basketball in this place isn't done yet. We do have one more game, and it's about as big a game as you could get at this point in the year. It is win or go home. It is keep playing or your season comes to a close. It's the Kalamazoo College men's basketball team and the Adrian College men's basketball team on this court coming up in about half an hour. We invite you all to stick around in what should be a battle for one final spot in the league tournament. But signing off from the women's basketball broadcast for the final time in 2023-24. My name is Zach Metz. Next to me, Dawson Scoopin. Final score one more time. Trine 86, Kalamazoo 45. Thank you, everybody, for this year, and we will see you all next time.